All right. Pause up, everybody. Welcome to Meowy Hour. I'm your host, Arden Moore. And as you know, this show is brought to you each and every Wednesday night by the Cat Fancier Association. Joining me tonight, we have my co-host, all breed CFA cat judge, Kathy Black, with our doggy designee, Destiny. And back is our all-breed judge for the CFA and editor of Cat Talk. We're talking Teresa Keiger with Artie, the Russian Blue. Woo, Meowy! And we're in for a special treat, ladies and gentlemen, because for the first time in the history of Meowy Hour, we have somebody from across the pond who has an American accent, but lives in Nottingham, England. She's originally from Ohio. Let's give it up for Dr. Aafp Firth. Hey, Dr. Aafp.
Hi, everybody.
Look over my shoulder, and you're going to see not one, not two, but three sponsors. We've got a trifecta of treats to give out to you guys today, starting with Dr. Aafp's company. They are the makers of Kitty Raid, Doggy Raid, and Yummy Raid. Approval by our cat, Rusty and Casey. We also want to welcome, we're going to go ahead and show those really quick. Yummy Raid. We're going to be talking about cat hydration. How do you get a cat to drink? They're like camels sometimes, but every sentient being needs to have hydrated cells. And we have a good doctor in the house who's going to talk to us about that. I also want to give a shout out to our long-standing sponsor, and that is In Clover, the makers of pet supplements for dogs and for cats. And shout out to Rebecca Rose. She's going to be on our show next week. Remember, guys, if you go to inclover.com and you enter the code Meowy InClover21, you're going to get your paws on 10% off at checkout. Third and final, we want to give a salute to Meowy Wana and Geraldine Chata. And these are the makers of organic catnip toys and treats for dogs and cats. And they're going to give away some prizes. But first, do you guys know what December is? I know there's Hanukkah. I know there's Kwanzaa. There's Christmas. But it's also National Cat Lovers Month. Did you know that, Dr. Aafp?
I heard it today.
You did? Okay.
Just now.
All right. Well, there you go. And I just think we don't need a holiday to be good to our dogs and our cats, but I love that December is National Cat Lovers Day. So I was doing a little checking around, and our friends at cattipper.com, they shared 5 ways to celebrate. Number 1, why don't you go visit a cat cafe? If you put that mask on, the kitties will think you're one of those kitties with the mask face, right? So they'll be like, welcome, welcome. You can also unleash your inner, all right, here comes the bad pun, catso, and have somebody do a portrait or a caricature of your cat. What do you guys think of that? Have you ever done that, any of you?
I'm drawing some. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I had pencil sketches done of my 2 cats when I was in vet school, of them curled up on the bed together.
Nice. And how about you, Kathy?
Good. I actually talked to a lady at a cat show that does that. She takes a picture and paints your cat. I really wanted a painting of one of my previous cats, not a current cat. And I haven't commissioned her to do that yet, but it's one of my to-do list things, because I really would like to have something to, honor and remember that cat who's passed on.
Well, this one's like, look at this mug. This is a mug made for an artist, right? You think Rusty the performer? He's saying. How about you, Teresa? Have you ever done that?
No, I haven't.
Well, you're a graphic artist, so you probably can do it yourself. All right, some other things you can do. You can wear your feline love with feline fashion, like jewelry. We're talking earrings, necklace, rings. Why don't you book some playtime with your cat, especially when those crazy relatives are coming for the holidays? I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. I've got to play kitty agility with my cat right now. And finally, why don't you be a good cat advocate and reach out to cats in need? Maybe make a donation or volunteer at your local animal shelter or cat rescue group, so we can show love to our cats during National Cat Lovers Month in so many ways. I think we should do it year round myself.
One of my friends told me that she likes to go to the shelter and clip all the cats' claws.
Oh,
because that way they'll get adopted faster if they're not scratching people. And she also likes to go in and give everybody a bath, for them also.
You're talking the cats, not the staff, right?
Not the staff, no. The dog's cat, she says she made the hedgehog, which I can't imagine, but I'm talking about Jackie.
That's a good
so that would be one way to show your love.
All right. I know we did not have a show for the first time ever last Wednesday because it was Thanksgiving Eve. We are so glad that you're all back to join us. And 3 sponsors, that's pretty nice, guys. That's a pretty good treat for after Thanksgiving. So you're probably just dying to know who won the trivia pitch to you guys on November 17th. The question was, that song, What's New, Pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who sang that, Dr. Ava? Come on.
I think it was Burt Bacharach.
Oh, well, he's the one who composed it. You are jumping in the part. So my question was, we know that Tom Jones sang it, but who wrote it? And you would have gotten a new car from Oprah, but you missed the deadline, Dr. Ava. Sorry, just kidding. No, kidding. So the answer was in 1965, Burt Bacharach wrote that song. So Kathy, we had some winners you want to announce.
Yeah, and Kathy had to go through her notes from 2 weeks ago to find it. But Susan Wittich won the trout from the Meowy, and so did Karen Heemstra, I think, that she got the trout. And Jody Vitt, V-I-T-T, got the In Clover wellness treats. So congratulations to Susan, Jody, and Karen.
All right. So for this week, we're going to give away a 4-pack of the In Clover supplements. We're going to give another prize from Meowy, which is the Blitzed Reindeer Catnip toy. That says a lot right there. And with us here tonight, we're going to give away a pack of the Yummy Kitty and Doggy Raid compliments of Dr. Ava's company. And we also, this is confusing, folks, so listen carefully. Everybody's going to be a winner today, because if you go on to Amazon and order these guys, you're going to get 20% off between now and 1 minute before midnight on December 3rd. Kathy, can you tell us what that link is? And we are going to share it right now, too.
10%.
How much? How much?
10%.
10%. My bad. 10%. It's still a good deal. Look at Rusty approves. So
so the code is 10, the number 10, 10, and then on ONRADES, on raids. So you're saving 10% on raids. And so when that is the code you put in at checkout on Amazon.com, and you have until, is that midnight your time?
It's 1 minute before December 3rd, Eastern time.
Eastern time, okay.
Okay, so you guys have it, but up for grabs tonight is a 3-pack or a pack from Kitty Raid, Yummy Raid, Doggy Raid. We're going to talk a little bit with Dr. Ava more about that. Here comes the question. Dr. Ava, if you know the answer, do not say it, because we don't reveal it until next week. Promise? Pause up. Okay, so there's a great association out there of board-certified veterinarians in feline medicine. It is the American Association of Feline Practitioners. I am so grateful that their website is very easy, catvets.com. So they're celebrating a huge milestone. in 2021. What year was the AAFP established? I'm going to give you 4 choices. Were they established in 1946, which means they're celebrating 75 years? How about B, 1971, celebrating 50 years, 1996, celebrating 25 years, or 2011, celebrating 10 years? Again, your choices are 76 years, 50 years, 25 years, or 10 years. Go ahead and submit your answers now, because Kathy's going to be announcing a whole lot of winners next week. Right, Kathy?
You have until Sunday afternoon.
Okay. All right. Enough pussyfooting around. I am delighted that our guest today hails from Ohio, but lives in Nottingham, England. She is a veterinarian, and not just any kind of veterinarian. She is trained in veterinary emergency medicine. She has Vanna White initials after her name. I'm not kidding, because we're talking about, you've got a BS, DVM, MVS, DAC, VECC, DEC, VECC, move over Vanna White. You are board certified. You've worked in Australia, the United States, the United Kingdom. She's been at universities. She's been in private practices. And about 5 years ago, she joined Tenacity. It's TONISITY. She is their director of research and development and the mastermind behind some of these things that are keeping our dogs and cats well hydrated. Did I miss something in all your Vanna White initials, Dr. Ava?
That's fine. Thank you.
Well, you strike me as somebody that really enjoys bringing out the best in dogs, cats, and other companion animals.
Yeah, I like to fix things. So emergency vets are the original adrenaline junkies. I mean, you can line up the veterinarians in a party, you know, and there's the dermatologist kind of on one side of the room, and
yeah, we're all having our little cocktails. Yes, okay.
Yeah, and then there'll be the internal medicine people kind of talking and thinking
Probably
about
in a
things.
huddle like this, right?
Well, yeah, and then there's the surgeons who also likes to fix things, preferably today, and then there's the emergency vets who want to fix things now.
That's the group I want to hang out with. What got you into emergency medicine, Dr. Ava?
What drew me to it?
Yeah. I know you like to fix things. I got some things here in Dallas in my house that need fixing.
Well, no, it's stressful, okay, but it's also very rewarding. And you get to be with people at the time in their life, the day in their life when something's gone wrong. I mean, nobody ever made an appointment to see me.
No.
in 30 years. If they saw me, they were having a bad day.
That's a really good point. And you've got to have an outlet when you've had really challenging cases. You strike me as somebody that's got her, catnip together. How do you keep yourself from going cray-cray? Because in my first aid classes, I always give people in my class permission to freak out later.
I heard that line. I like that. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it's perfect. When you're in the moment, it's like, no, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do that, we're going to do that, and I want you to do that and that and that and that, and I'm going to do this.
All right.
And afterward, you sit around in the staff room and have a cup of tea or go outside and look at the stars, because it's usually nighttime.
Well, you said you grew up in Ohio. As many of you know who are a part of CFA, it is based in Alliance, Ohio. Where in Ohio are you from? How far away? I understand it was a farm you grew up on.
Yeah, Alliance is in the northeastern corner near Cleveland, but I'm from the northwestern corner where the the Great Plains. It's actually start.
Oh.
My corner of Ohio is so flat you can stand on a step ladder and see for 10 miles.
Really?
Yeah.
And if you're 5'1.5" like me, the half is very important. So you're saying I can get quite a panoramic view?
Mhm.
Okay.
Need a ladder.
And
Yeah.
one of your colleges you went to has to have always mentioned the word "the" in front of it.
Hey, all you can do is give their marketing people a gold star for that.
Okay.
Because everybody remembers it. Nobody likes it, but everybody remembers it.
It is
The Ohio State University.
I always want to say the Ohio State University what? The copy editor in me.
I know. And they ditched it now, but when I was
not at football games. They're still.
Oh, really?
And
I
instead of
went-
Oklahoma, we have our own OU down here, but we're not.
Oh,
the
I know.
OU.
It's
Yeah.
the other OSU. Yes.
Yes.
So I went to Purdue, which we shouldn't win games that we do. So instead of being the Boilermakers, we are now called the Spoilermakers.
That's a good one.
Sorry, Iowa. All right, well, let's just jump right in because I have Casey right here. And when I do his little skin test, it is coming back. He knows the importance of getting good water in him. But my dogs lap at a water bowl. Our cats really don't. So I really want to kind of address, if we could start, a little bit about hydration, the sort of the hows and the whys of why our kitties especially, I know they're desert animals from way back when, but why do they need some H2O? I'm thirsty right now. Casey, you want some water? Okay.
Well, whether or not they're desert origin critters or not, they're still mammals. Just like we are mammals and dogs are mammals and cows and sheep are mammals. And our metabolism all works basically the same. And we all need water. Every adult human is about 70% water, every adult dog, every adult cat.
That's interesting. Okay.
They're about 70% water, and kittens and youngsters are about 80% water, which is why when a kid gets dehydrated with a bit of vomiting or diarrhea, it gets really sick very quickly.
Right. So it's a long-standing concept that cats don't just gobble up, gulp water. So you had some things that you've noted that you sent me about some things we can do to maybe encourage cats in a household, maybe with other cats and other dogs. How can we get our cat to drink? Because I can train Casey to sit, stay, ride in a pet stroller, walk on a leash, but it's his call if he's going to the water bowl.
Yeah, well, let's just say it, and be brutally honest. Cats have a drinking problem.
Oh my God, that's the best line I've ever heard on this show. All right, they do. Great. All right, so they can't go to CAA, cat.
No, they can't. But I heard your inaugural episode. I watched that earlier, and you were talking with Dusty Rainbolt about litter boxes and things, and how sensitive cats' noses are.
Right.
Okay. There's certainly no less than our noses, and if we can smell it, they can smell it. So they don't like smelly water. Nobody does. So they like the water to be fresh. They like it to be cold. Same as us.
Wow.
Sometimes moving. They like it.
Sometimes moving. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think the plastic bowls that a lot of people have in their houses, they've gotten better. The plastic's better, but it's still, if you leave the water sit in the plastic bowl for a week, it's going to taste like plastic.
Well, it's like leftover turkey. Anybody that still has turkey in the refrigerator now, please get rid of it. Otherwise, you might get some ptomaine poisoning. But yes, I use ceramic, I'm not ceramic, stainless steel bowls,
Yeah.
water, and we change them out every single day, and we actually wash them.
Yeah. And not everybody can do that, but that's exceptional. But ceramic or glass is definitely got some advantages. It's easy to keep clean. It stays cold-ish.
Yeah.
And it's thick and heavy, so they can't tip it over very easily. Not like dogs. Cats aren't swatting their water bowl usually.
Well, you haven't met Rusty.
Okay. You haven't met Tootsie. That's how she got the name Tootsie, you know.
Yeah.
So,
But this is why so many cats, the owners will tell us that my cat wants to drink out of the kitchen sink, or my cat wants to drink out of the bathtub, or my cat wants to drink out of the toilet.
Yeah. What's your response?
Well, which other water source in the house is refreshed and refilled at least 6 times a day in a nice big porcelain bowl?
How does she know how many times I go to the bathroom a day? Yeah, but what's your take on a kitty that if a kitty's doing that, the kitty's telling you, I need some fresh, cool water, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Why is it that you shouldn't put the water bowl in the middle of the kitchen floor? I personally will trip over it, or put the water bowl next to their food bowl. I've heard that's also a no-no.
Well, my take on it is cats don't like to drink in public.
Oh, I do like to drink in public.
Yeah.
But why is that? Do you think they feel more vulnerable or what?
I think they like to drink in peace and quiet. They don't gobble their food. They don't gobble their water. You know, they want to take their time. They've got their head down. So yeah, they're watching what's going on around them, and they want to feel safe about it.
What are a few health conditions we who are blessed to have cats in our lives, all the folks tuning in on Meowy Hour, what are a few health diseases that we need to be on the lookout for early signs of to be able to get to our veterinarian and get prompt treatment for cats when that's related to hydration, would you say?
Well, it's pretty well documented in most Western countries that kidney disease or bladder stones, your urethral stones, are the most common issue in cats. Probably 30% of cats are going to be affected at some time in their life by kidney disease or urethral disease.
Mm-hmm. So tell us how you came up with going from being in a private practice and working at a university. You've been practicing veterinary medicine for many years. These guys move over.
Okay.
Gatorade. Move over Gatorade. I got Kitty Raid. Casey says, okay, I'm just going to do a product placement right here. And what is in this that is good for our kitties, and why should folks take a look at it? He's gonna drink on the job. Is that okay? All right, he's gonna drink on the job.
Well, she said cats have drinking problems, so
yeah. You know. Casey's like, I don't care. There he goes. Oh, Casey, not so loud.
I can't quite see the bowl.
There we go.
Oh, very good cat.
He's a loud liar. Uh-oh, here comes Rusty. Come on, Rusty. Come on, here comes where everything goes. Come on, Rusty. Here you go. Come on, here you go, buddy. Come on, here we go. How's that?
The only cats I've had issues with, like you were describing, were my older girls. Well, sometimes my older girls will get urinary tract infections and things like that. And I suspect maybe they're not getting enough water. You know, because I think the younger cats do a pretty good job keeping themselves hydrated. But why should we have this product for all ages of our cats? What's the benefit?
Yeah.
First of all, it tastes great.
Yeah, actually, I did drink some. I liked it.
Yeah. I've tasted all of our products. That's part of my job.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's in it? First of all, it's 97% water. Okay, that's the first thing. It's not a powdered supplement. It's not a paste or anything like that. It's 97% water. But after that, we've got real chicken flavor. Not from a powder. It's from chickens, dead chicken. Sorry.
I'm glad it wasn't a live chicken. Okay. So, but
and you know, after that, then it's a perfectly balanced electrolyte solution, like a sports drink.
yeah. So when you say the term isotonic drink, what does that mean?
It means it matches the concentration of the particles, the salts, the minerals that we have in our blood. So it gets absorbed very quickly. It just goes straight across from the intestine into the body, and there's no fuss, no muss. It just gets absorbed.
And what is the difference between the the Yummy Raid and the Kitty Raid? Because I noticed that the Yummy Raid is more of like a gravy.
Yeah. The Yummy Raid we designed for dogs and cats as a topper.
Okay.
And same great flavor, but we made it a little bit thicker so that the food wouldn't get soggy.
Okay.
If you put it on drop of time.
I do write the nutrition column for Dogster and Catster magazine, and it seems like meal toppers are a good tool to turn to for kitties that may have some fussy appetites. Can you tell people a little bit about the importance of something like a Yummy Raid as a meal topper?
Sure. I mean, I grew up putting leftovers and gravy on top of our dogs and cats' food. Everybody does it. The tricky part, though, now with cats that have more sedentary lives, maybe don't go outdoors and run around the barn so much as my cats did, is weight gain, and we don't want fat cats. Yeah. So some of the toppers are pretty high in fat, and that's what makes them taste yummy.
But not often. The Yummy Raid, right? That one's
no fat. No fat.
Yeah. It also has, and people get confused, but prebiotics and probiotics. Now I take probiotics myself. Why is that so important for the kitties? And I'm looking at my notes, guys. Check this out. Look at how many dribbles have been on this from the kitties.
Yeah. So
that's a 4 paws up for you guys.
Good. Yeah, so we use prebiotics in our product because they're very, very stable. They're made extracted from chicory, which is a natural herb plant root. It's a great source of a kind of fiber.
Okay.
And those prebiotics feed the bacteria in the lower intestine.
Okay.
The good ones. That feed the good ones, that help with the digestion and help with the consistency of the feces. So they're very stable. What probiotics are things like what you'd find in yogurt.
Yeah, there's that big word, the lactobacillus. Is that right?
Yeah, lactobacillus. Lactobacillus.
Yeah, right. All veterinarians know how to spell and pronounce big words. Okay.
Yeah.
And
they're not very stable. They have to be refrigerated, your yogurt, or else sometimes they're freeze dried in which case you have to rehydrate them and hope that some of them survive.
Okay. All right. And the thing I also saw that is your products are also very safe if your kitty has been diagnosed with conditions like diabetes or kidney issues. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, diabetic cats need a high protein, low carb diet. And they're also quite thirsty quite often. And so we have almost no carbs in our drink. It's about 2 calories per ounce, I think.
Yeah. Basically, it would be less than 10% of a cat's daily needs, right? Caloric needs.
Oh, less than 1%.
Less than
Yeah.
1%. That's good. That's good. That's good.
So they're not going to get fat. So they can drink as much as they want. They'll drink because they need to drink, and it won't make them fat, and it won't mess up their blood sugar.
Man, I wish I could find an alcoholic drink for myself that would do that.
Yeah.
This is not alcohol, honey.
No, this is pure healthy drink for cats and dogs. Yes, please, guys, I'm joking. There is absolutely all good stuff in Yummy, Doggy, and Kitty Raid. Please, there is no alcohol. But how did you even get into this? When did these products launch?
Oh, well, it goes back to my roots in critical care, where say your dog or your cat gets hit by a car and has a broken leg or a collapsed lung or something, and I can fix the collapsed lung in the next 10 minutes, that's fine. But yeah, they're going to be down and out for 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
Because they don't feel like eating. But if you don't feed them anything in those 2 or 3 days and you just leave their intestine empty and sitting there, then when I have fixed the broken leg or their lungs are better and they do feel like eating, and you put some food into the system and the intestine goes, you want me to do what?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I came up with this, and it's not just me, all the emergency critical care vets do it. We all got our favorite ways of trickle feeding the patients something in the early stages. And most of the time now, we don't let them go for more than 12 hours without putting something in their intestines.
Okay. Because dehydration puts the D in danger, doesn't it?
It does. And in a trauma situation, they're going to be on an IV drip. So you got the dehydration under control, but I was focused on feeding those intestinal cells and keeping them watered. Okay. I think of them like little flowers. If you don't water them, they wilt, all those little intestinal cells.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm thinking if you're dehydrated, you're not at a veterinary clinic that's got the IV drip. I mean, your body could go into shock, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what color and what is the feel of gums on a cat that may be dehydrated? What do the gums look and feel like?
They should be moist and pink.
Right.
But if they feel sticky, you got trouble.
Okay. And if you do the skin pinch, can you tell a little bit about that? Because maybe people don't put their finger in a cat's mouth.
Yeah. Well, you don't put them on the mouth. You put them on the little hair.
Yeah.
And can you get Casey?
I'm going to bring. Here comes Rusty.
Rusty,
He's just finishing the rest of your drink. Okay, so we can do that with the gums, but I got him here with. So tell me what to do. Yeah. Let's show.
So just reach between his shoulder blades and pick up the skin. That's it, and let it bounce. Okay, and it goes snap. Right? Yeah. Now, if it goes bleh, like
is that the medical term? Bleh.
Bleh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then he's dehydrated.
See, that's easy, but it's something we should pay attention when we're pushing our kitties. Let's do a little head to tail check and see how everything's going, right?
Absolutely.
So I think, did you ever think growing up in Ohio one day you would be maybe the one of the big creators of something like this, Kitty Raid?
No, I was lucky enough to meet up with a few clever people. We have a fantastic food chemist behind the scenes working with us who makes everything balanced and perfectly formulated, and then I just try to make it all come together production wise.
We have like a short 30-second video with no audio if we can get that on. So Kathy, if you're able to put that out there, can we keep talking about this? Because where can people find the lineup of Doggy, Kitty, and Yummy Raid?
Right now it's on Amazon.
Okay.
We're still it'll be in other stores through other distributors momentarily.
Mhm.
But right now, Amazon's the easiest place.
Well, you train that cat to walk away from a plastic bowl of water. I like that. Well, it's a ginger cat. What can I say? Look at that, right from the bottle.
And I would think that, increasing the water intake, even on a healthy cat, is going to benefit the cat. I mean,
Yeah.
I have a cat that I always think there's, she needs something other than what she's getting, in her diet. And I think this is something that I would maybe, she would benefit from, just raising her hydration level. Well, she's an older cat, so, she has a little higher nutrition needs than my younger cats. So I think it would be good for all ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had reports of that particularly the older cats, like they seem to have more energy and a bit more bounce. And, probably a lot of cats are squeaking by in their water intake. They're just taking in enough to stay alive, but not really staying hydrated properly. And I think there's a lot of that borderline stuff going on, which, because the cats, we just kind of say, that's what they're doing.
Well, I think cats are gaining a popularity resurgence. And with this being National Cat Lovers Month, and the fact that more homes now have cats than dogs, and we have great shows like Meowy Hour out there, I think it's a good time to be a cat. Don't you think, Dr. Ava?
Love it, especially if I could belong to you.
Well, they don't belong to me. I may have the name on the mortgage, but they're like, you're lucky you can live with us. But I think I'm a better person for being with cats all my life. What about you? I know you've helped dogs and cats and other companion animals, but as a veterinarian and as a human being, what are things that you appreciate about felines?
Oh, I just love it when they come in and do the face rub and hello human. And before COVID anyway, I was traveling way too much for work. I've had 2 cattle dogs in the last 25 years. The last one died a few years ago, and since then, for tonicity, I've been traveling too much to really be a pet parent at home. But now I live in, they call it over there a duplex. And my neighbor's cat comes in through my window and comes and sleeps on my bed during the day while I'm working from home.
I love it. What's the neighbor's cat's name?
Ralph.
And Ralph. Now, what's a girl in Ohio doing in Nottingham? And you can't come back right now. Thank you, COVID. What's your thoughts of that area of England? I mean, that's pretty cool.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's about 2 hours north of London. They call it the East Midlands. Gently rolling, not particularly flat. And there's a river running through the middle.
Sorry.
There's a lovely river running through the middle of Nottingham. We have a castle that's up on a hill like every castle ought to be. There's a pub in the bottom.
I'm sure there's more than one.
Yeah, but this one's been there since the year 1100.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Is there?
It's built into the hill that the castle sits on, so it was actually a limestone cave formation. So the pub is actually carved out of limestone as a cave. And
well, that one's not going to blow over. What's a drink you like there at the pub? Do they have some famous 1,000-year-old drink there?
There's a Castle Rock brewery nearby, which makes a very nice range of IPAs and lagers and ales.
My brother was in the Navy and stationed for some years in England, and he had a cat named Lager. You get where I'm coming now? And he was allowed to bring his cat to these pubs. The Lager would sit on a stool and the barkeep would give Logger some tuna and water while Kevin was pulling back his pints. And then Kevin and Logger would stagger home.
Well, I have actually thought of putting doggy raid into the pubs, because over here you're allowed to bring your dog to the pub.
There you go.
So people can buy the peanuts and
you guys heard it here first, right? On Meowy Hour. We're all, when COVID is done, we're going to England. We're going to hang out with Dr. Ava, and we're going to go see the dogs in the pub with the doggy raid. What do you think?
I think it's funny that she has a story that she can say Rob comes and sleeps in her bed every day.
I know. What's the kitty look like?
From home. While she's working from home. Ralph
what does Ralph? What does he look like? What's his kitty?
He's a black and white cat. Black and white.
He's got a tuxedo. He wears a tuxedo when he comes and visits.
He's like, I gotta go see Dr. Ava. All right. Hey, we want you to stick around, Dr. Ava. We do want this time, we want to reintroduce Teresa Keiger, all-breed CFA judge with Arden, because this special profile is, sorry, Casey, one of the most beautiful breeds I know, and that's the Russian Blue. Take it away, Teresa.
I'm trying to remember how to do this. 1 second.
And while she does that, if you guys have any questions for Dr. Ava or questions about how to get your kitty to drink water, we have these two, Kathy and Teresa, are fielding them. So please do that. All right, take it away, Teresa.
Okay. Let's see here.
Yeah, it helps if you have it open first and then go.
Well, I did. Okay, we good now? I did. I just had to be able to get back.
Yeah.
So this is the Russian Blue cat with shimmer, that's known for its shimmering silver coat and its glorious green eyes. And those are really two of the hallmarks of this breed. The Russian Blue is intelligent, athletic, but cautious. They're they'll take a little bit to warm up to you because they are very smart. And I like to say it's because they want to make sure that they're not going to get killed and eaten. But once they have accepted you, they are absolutely devoted and affectionate with their loved ones. And the little girl that you're seeing there, that's kind of a typical Russian Blue pose with the little paw up. The body is a long boned, they're long but not tubular. So they're kind of a moderate body size. And I like both of these cats. They really show you that moderate body. They're long, they're lean, but they're not like Siamese, but they're not the big hefty kitties. The head, all flat planes. If you look at the kitty over here on the right, you'll see that it has this, it's wedge shaped, it's triangular shape, and it is absolutely flat, forms a, not necessarily a perfect equilateral triangle, but it is triangular, wedge shaped, triangular shape. And then you see those ears come up off of those 2 points. And then the profile of the kitty on the right, you'll see that, again, flat planes, flat on the top of the head, and then flat down that profile, and then flat from the nose to the chin. In fact, those little wedge heads are present even at birth. I happened to show a photo of a recent litter to someone, and who was not a cat person. She was like, they have little triangular heads. And I'm like, yeah, that's what they're supposed to have.
Yes.
The other hallmark of this breed is the glorious, glorious coat. And if you look at it, hey, Arden, come over here. She's sitting on the computer. They're very plush. It's not resilient. I like to say that you could write names to, a little message to the czar in the coat and send it on its way, and it would still be there. What makes this coat so unique, if you look at the diagrams, it has 2 different hairs. You have a long guard hair that's silver up to the very end, and then it's clear. That's what gives it that shimmering effect. It's not a flat gray coat at all. And then what gives it that what causes the coat to stand out and have that texture is the undercoat. It is definitely a very kinky little hair. I find them all over me every day. But that's really the hallmark of this breed. They like to hang out. Here's a couple of photos from kitties at home. And I like these photos because they also show, one, the color of this breed. I mean, both of the pair on the left is just extraordinary. And look at the eyes. They're deep, deep, deep green with a rounded shape to them.
They're very mesmerizing. I mean, seriously.
And they love, here you'll see, they love being with people. The little boy on there on the left is owns that Russian blue that he got from me, and they're best buds. And then we have the dog and the cat. They frequently are friends. And then down in the lower corner there, that's Minerva and my Russian blue. So that's the Russian blue. I'm happy to be able to share that with you. I'm going to stop screen sharing here.
What do you think of that, Dr. Eva, about the Russian blue?
They are gorgeous. They are absolutely gorgeous. Over here, there's slightly stockier version called the British blue. Yes.
The British blue. So what's the difference? We got two all breed judges here. What's the difference? Russian and British?
Well, I was going to say the British blue could be a British short hair, and we have a lot of breeds that come only in the gray coat color. They have the Carrots and the Russian blue, the Chartreuse, and the British originally were only in blue. And there's some breeds that have the green eyes too, like the Carrots. But most of your Russians are very unique in the combination of the body structure, the eye color, the head shape, the coat texture, the coat length. Wow. All those go into making that a breed. Like every cat with a Siamese gene is not a Siamese, right? So
look at her right now. She's like, yeah, working, baby, working.
Yeah, it has a very distinctive head. The British blues are more rounded in the skull and typically have copper eyes and not green eyes.
Oh.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Well, I have just seen Artie on our Meowy Hour show. What do you like best about Artie, Teresa?
Artie, I love her personality. She's party in a box, but I also
party in a litter box or what?
No. Well, yeah, she does like to dig. I love her coat. She's just, again, when I do this, you see, it doesn't fall right back into place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's got a great coat, a lot of texture. Yeah.
Casey's saying, Artie, call me. Call me.
She's a good girl. Okay, there we go.
All right. Anybody, is there any questions? I wanted to get into a little bit about, we talked about the Russian blue, and thank you, Teresa, so much for presenting that.
Nice.
Special fun fact, check out the December issue of Cat Talk.
Okay. Did you do some on Russian blues?
Check out the December issue of Cat Talk.
I do have one question for Dr. Firth.
Okay.
Somebody said if you do have a kitten that's dehydrated, what's the best way to hydrate it?
Yeah, kitten.
I'm gonna say it's been weaned, so I would definitely offer it some kitty raid.
Some kitty what?
Some kitty raid.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say do sub-Q fluids if it's that,
But not everybody knows how to give sub-Qs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. If it's at that point, then it's bedtime.
Yeah, it's bedtime. But I think it's good to work in concert with your veterinarian, and I think you probably can say this better than any of us. We need to be pet detectives, don't we? Especially with our cats, because they're not going to tell us what's wrong all the time.
That's one of the challenges and one of the joys when you can figure it out and get that bond going and say, something's not quite right. And I learned to respect that as an emergency, that people would bring their critters into me and say, something's not right. And I'm going, okay, let's figure it out, because they might not be dying in front of my eyes, but the owners that are tuned in, yeah, they know what's wrong.
My vet calls it ADR, ain't doing right. It's got a case of ADR.
I still use that abbreviation.
Yeah.
I still use that abbreviation.
Oh, that's a very good abbreviation. So with kitties, what would be some things that you're saying that make you say, uh-oh? We should know what their normal eating, pooping, and play and sleep routines are, right? But is there anything that you could offer for folks tuning in that may be a sign that you might need to get checked out from your vet, an early sign maybe? Casey's sucking up, he's kissing me now. Okay, go ahead, Casey.
Well, I think one of the first things is when the cats break the routine, because they are very schedule oriented. You said that yourself, and your other guests said that they are very schedule oriented. So if they're breaking the routine, and like you didn't move house or anything,
yeah,
something's going on. Particularly litter box issues. Okay, that there can be issues with competing cats and dirty litter boxes and all that jazz. But if you've crossed off all of those things and they're going into the box too often, that's the early warning sign of urinary tract issues. Yeah, so that's a biggie.
And if they're not going into the litter box,
or they're going outside the box, because they go
I'm talking more
corner
about
to corner.
Yeah, but I'm more worried about blockages.
Blocking.
Yeah. So, and that's assuming you've got your cat under your watchful eye in your house or in your apartment. It's harder when they're outdoors because you don't really know exactly what they're doing out in the bushes. But then that's where your routine comes in. If they're normally on the doorstep at 5:01 p.m. every night and they're not.
With their invisible watch, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Something's
that's
wrong.
a good point. Hey, we're going to shift gears just a second. Kathy, let us tell people about how people can join Companion Cat World. Casey and Rusty are proud card-carrying members. That's one thing I love about the Cat Fancier Association. It champions all cats.
So our program for the non-pedigreed cats is called Companion Cat World, and your cat can be a member of the Cat Fancier Association. It's a one-time fee of $13. When you upload a picture, you get a card with your cat's picture on it, your cat's name, and your information. There's also luggage tags and key rings, and 10% of your $13 goes to a local shelter. And you can check it all out at cfa.org/CCW. We have a gallery that all the cats' pictures are uploaded. You can search by state, search by name. It's our way of honoring the non-pedigreed cats and also supporting our local shelters. So everybody check it out, cfa.org/CCW.
What do you think of that, Dr. Ava? Isn't that nice?
I love it. I love it.
Hey,
Absolutely.
before we make our kitty cocktail and say goodbye to everybody, could you flip over? Let's talk. We got an emergency veterinarian in the house. So I am not a veterinarian. I do not play one on television, but I am a master certified pet first aid instructor. And one of our most popular classes is a veterinary approved 3-hour cat class where we teach them some skills in first aid, CPR, and preventive help. And Rusty and Casey helped me teach the class via Zoom. And we have one class left for this year. And everyone, that is December 14th. It's it's in the evening. It's 3 hours. If you would go to Pet First Aid for You, you can sign up. I would love to get you in one of my classes as a thank you, Dr. Ava. If you ever want to come to either my dog and cat class or my cat only class, I'm inviting you as a thank you for being a guest on today's show.
Oh, I'd love it. And I'll see what I'm doing on December 14th.
All right, I'll send you the deets. But you'll see this guy. He's pretty good. I can do 1- and 2-handed CPR and he purrs.
That's good.
Hey guys, I think this is the perfect sort of dessert drink for tonight as we usher in the holidays. It is called the Yum Yum Perfect Drink because you're going to feel like a contented kitten with each sip. Now, check out this graphic. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Teresa Keiger. Every cocktail I create, she makes it look feline, fabulous. So this one is going to warm your cockles. So for this one, you take like a rock glass. I've already taken a cinnamon and sugar, stevia, and I've rimmed the glass. And then I have taken some chocolate or caramel syrup, and I've made a swirl inside my glass. Let's see if I can pop this up here. This one's an easy one to make. Then all you need to do is add 1 ounce of Bailey's Irish cream for a posi pour. That's a 4 count. Watch Casey watching. Are you old enough? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to do another ounce of vanilla vodka. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm slowing the countdown because Kathy likes it that way. Then you want to top it off with 1 ounce of butterscotch schnapps. Here we go. And then you give it a magic swirl. And you say, yum, yum for the tum tum. So at this time, whether it is the Yum Yum Perfect Drink, or it's a glass of water, or an iced tea, whatever your beverage is, I ask that we all, at this time, raise a glass and let us toast to all cats, purebred, non-purebred, indoor cats, outdoor cats, all of them for making us, yes, Casey, I'm talking to you, better humans. Cheers, kitties.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Casey says, that looks really good, but I'd rather have a shot of Kitty Raid.
You can do that.
So what do you think of my concoction, good Dr. Ava?
I am going to get the ingredients and see if I can do it.
All the recipes are posted on the CFA Cats Facebook page, also Arden Moore Facebook page. We put in the graphics that Teresa Keiger has put. So every Monday we post a new kitty cocktail for a Wednesday show. So not that I'm asking you to drink more, Dr. Ava, but you have an opportunity now for some kitty cocktails.
I'll send you the picture that I just put up of the drink with the ingredients, so you can have it.
It's not drinking more, it's drinking better.
Oh, that's right. And remember, at the very start of this show, what did Dr. Ava Firth tell us? Kitties have a drinking problem. Oh, you just went meow. Right, Casey? Casey?
She's selling secrets on us.
But seriously, I hope some of the tips that Dr. Ava shared with you all today, please take to heart, because our dogs, our cats need to be properly hydrated. Check out Bink. Oh, he thinks I'm pinching him. Bink, Bink. He's like, I'm hydrated. I'm hydrated. Give me a kiss. Okay. So at this time, guys, I really want to give pause and applause to our very special first guest from across the pond. Please give it up for Dr. Ava Firth. Her company is called Tonicity. It's Tonisity, but it's better just to go to Kitty Raid, RADE.com. And again, there is a 10% offer for you if you do 10 on raid.com. Did I do that right?
No, not .com, just 10 on raid.
Oh, yes, when you go to Amazon.com.
And raids. It's in raids.
Raids.
I put it twice in the comments, so yeah.
And I've only had one sip, Dr. Ava. It's 10 on raids. Go to Amazon.com to get 10% off between now and 1 minute before midnight on December 3rd. But we are going to be each and every week in the month of December giving away packets of the Yummy Doggy and Kitty Raid. And what'd you think of Meowy Hour? You passed. You survived, Dr. Ava.
Thank you. It's been a blast. It's been a real blast.
All right. Hey,
Yeah.
at this time, thank you for being here. Everybody who tunes in, we really appreciate it. I want to give a big shout out to my co-pilots. We're talking Kathy Black
Nice to meet you.
and Teresa Keiger and doggy designee Destiny and Artie, the beautiful Russian blue. We got Casey here somewhere. Rusty is. Want to thank our special sponsors, In Clover, the makers of cat and dog supplements, Meowy that also makes organic catnip for dogs, and of course, Kitty Raid. So you guys, until next time.
And who's our guest next week?
Oh, thank you for telling me. Our guest is a triple hitter. We're going to have the founder, Rebecca Rose of In Clover. Thank you, Kathy. And we're going to have Samantha Martin of the Amazing Acrocats. And we're going to have award-winning writer who has a very cool cat named Summer. We're speaking of Janice Garza. Her kitty is a certified therapy cat like Casey. And we're going to talk about safe travel tips for cats. So now I can say it, right? Until next time, same cat channel, same cat time. We're going to see you on Meowy Hour. Thank you, everybody. Take care.
Thanks, everybody. Cheers.